My average sales price is crashing, and not only is it planned for, but it's actually a really great sign. In this video, I'm going to talk about why average sales price does not always mean success to a business, as well as why my focus right now is on increasing total net profit dollars. My name is Manny, and this is Manny's Book Bag. What's going on, everybody? It's Manny, and I'm back with another video. I have been super busy, and I hope you have been too. I have been really trying to scale up my business for Amazon, keeping up with eBay, done a couple of things locally through Craigslist, as well as all the things I'm doing on social media through not only YouTube, but also the Facebook groups, Instagram, not to mention everything that we've got going on at the Niche Income Podcast. A lot of big things coming, so stay tuned. On the Amazon FBA front, I've been super focused on increasing my productivity and bringing in more items to ship to the warehouse. Many of you know that I started really doing a lot of CDs in bulk, and the results have been great. I usually ship about 700 or 800 items per month to the warehouse, but right now for the month of September, I am well on pace to send in about 2,600. So I'm really ramping up. The sales are showing it, and I am seeing a lot of evidence that my plan is actually working really well. Even though it took me a little while to get moving and get the process to where I really want it, the results are really starting to show up. Every part of the process is getting up much faster, including the prep side of the business. Here's a little glimpse of what I do.
Good at all.
Now, just a quick disclaimer, no equipment was harmed in the production of this video. Now, I meant what I said at the beginning of this video. Not only is my average sales price starting to show a really steep crash, but that result was both planned for and a really good sign. And that's really all a matter of the goals that we set for our businesses and how we expect the plan to play out. I'm going to go ahead and link a video up in the YouTube card. It's on how to set SMART goals. Now, I set SMART goals for my business, and in that video, I'm going to help you to set actionable goals that you can actually measure and know for a fact whether you're on the right track or not. Now, the main measurables for my business have everything to do with the number of units sent into the warehouse and total net profit dollars. I'm expecting to see my net profits go way up and my average sales price to go way down. Now, you're going to notice that I didn't mention average sales price as a key measurable. And this is because we really have to look at what average sales price is. By literal definition, your average sales price is your total number of units sold divided into your gross sales dollars. So for simple mathematics, if you have $1,000 in gross sales and you sold 100 units, your average sales price is going to be $10. If you research the threads across the Facebook groups, you're going to see a lot of discussion on what average sales price means relative to a successful business and whether your average sales price has to be at a certain threshold for you to actually thrive. Now, I am going to warn you, your average sales price expectation is going to be very relative to what you're selling, what your buy costs are, what your buying criteria is for minimum profit expectation, and your overall business model. An Amazon bookseller that has an average buy cost around 75 cents can afford to set a lower expectation for average sales price just because they have such a low buy cost and their product is so abundant. At the same time, if I was doing RA and I had an average buy cost of $20, it would probably be unacceptable for most sellers to get a return of just $2 net profit. The only exception that I can think of would be those sellers that actually have a really large bankroll and the money just has to get invested. Now, when you're selling books on Amazon, setting an average sales price around $15 is going to all but ensure your profitability. But I'll give you an example of why that might not be the best thing for your business. As an Amazon bookseller, I never had an average sales price higher than $14, and here is why. There are many Amazon booksellers that will not touch a book lower than $12 or $15 just to make sure that their profits are in line. I always worked my margins much closer. So these days, take a look at those $9 light, fast-selling, small paperbacks. Most booksellers won't touch them. But in particular, the ones that sell very quickly, I would source them all the time and ship them in. And if I can get them relatively cheaply for about 50 cents or even cheaper, then I can factor all of my costs and my inbound shipping, and I would still net $3 per book. Those types of books have always been worth my time. So not only am I going to buy that $15 to $20 book, but that $9 paperback as well. I'm going to leave nothing behind that I consider to be responsible profit.
But it's hard.
Now, I know that's not for everybody, and that's okay. You want to ensure your profit, you want to put your time into the more profitable items, and that works. But this would be a great example where someone could technically have a higher average sales price than myself, and I still come out with more net profit dollars at the end of the month. This really is a decision that you have to make for your business. I choose to focus on net profit dollars. Now, I spoke earlier about setting SMART goals for yourself. One of the things that I would advise is that I personally don't like to set average sales price or net profit dollars as the goal. My advice would be to use statistics like that as really great ways of measuring success. I would especially do that if I was doing something drastic to my business model. A great example would be if I was shifting into an all textbook type of model, then I would want to see an increase in average sales price relative to my increase in buy cost. It worked the exact same way for me in my CD business, but in the opposite direction. I am seeing exactly what I was planning for. I am planning for my average sales price to continue to plummet all the way to Black Friday and then level off and go up slightly. But because I have access to such inexpensive materials and have really reduced my cost of prep and shipping, then I am also going to see a big increase in net profit dollars as my sales volume increases. And if I did not see such a big reduction in average sales price, I would have to go back to the drawing board and question whether I was working my margins tightly enough. But here's the question of the day. How much attention do you pay to your average sales price? Are you more focused with maintaining average sales price, increasing net profit dollars, or trying to strike a balance between the two? Go ahead and put in your comments below, because I know I can't be the only one. Well, that's all for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to see me make more videos like this one, please remember to share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. If you haven't liked this video yet, take a second and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and tap on that book bag right there. And while you're in there, hit that bell so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, let's go make some money.